Hello and welcome to Round 4 Flicks. In this video, we'll highlight a few science fiction shows that we think any fan of original, thought-provoking storytelling should watch. This collection assembles some underappreciated recent episodes, as well as older ones with outstanding sci-fi concepts and exceptional stories that encompass technology, space, post-apocalyptic scenarios and more. Comment below and let us know which shows you plan to watch and how many of these you've already seen. Let's now begin the video. Number 10. Roswell, New Mexico. Karina Adley McKenzie is the creator of this science fiction mystery series. The story's main character, Liz Ortico, goes back to her hometown of Roswell, New Mexico to take care of her ailing father. When she arrives, she meets up with Max Evans, the police officer she had a brief crush on in junior high, and learns a shocking truth about him and the rest of his family, who have been hiding their skills throughout their lives. She guards his secret as they grow closer, but when a violent attack suggests an ongoing alien presence on the planet and government conspiracies endanger their own safety, the show deals with the typical plot: a police officer falls in love with a woman. However, the way the series story combines these elements is unusual. The second television adaptation of Melinda Metz's Roswell High novel series, so fans of the first may not like this one as much. However, the series includes 4 seasons, making it a wonderful place to start if you prefer binge-watching shows with compelling stories. Number 9. Outer Range. This is arguably one of Amazon Prime's undervalued series. Although it might not be the greatest, this series has a great sci-fi mystery plot that you should check out. The story revolves around Cowboy Royal Abbott, who is defending his home and land but whose life is already chaotic. When he discovers a mysterious mystery and comes across unfathomable black depths in the field, his life takes a strange turn. The narrative is a thrilling Western family drama with sarcastic overtones from Sharps, and a creepy enigma while examining how people deal with the unknown. All of this is happening as the Abbott family struggles and they continue to slide to the limit when an opposing house attempts to seize their property. While the show's odd fiction perspective does not always engage viewers, there is a good chance that you will enjoy its blend of mystery, science fiction, and horror if you stick with it until the very end. Number 8. Blood Drive. The creator of this science fiction action series is James Rowland. Just a gentle reminder that the program only ran for 1 season before being cancelled, although it is well worth seeing. The story is set in a post-apocalyptic future where a large gap known as the Scar exists, as a result of unusual occurrences that have physically split the Earth in half. In the meantime, fresh water is getting increasingly valuable and gasoline is becoming extremely expensive due to the degradation of the environment. The story is centered on local police officer Arthur Bailey, who teams up with Grace George Into, a deadly female criminal with a specific goal, and competes with her in a tragic competition in which vehicles run on human blood. Arthur and Grace encounter deranged people and victims as they set out on their adventure across the blood drive. They also discover that the race's organizers are connected to a sinister organization that is taking advantage of strange discoveries in the scarred region. The premise is a surreal combination of the Mad Max and Death Race movies with a sci-fi element of the city splitting in half. The story is simply plain weird and unusual with outstanding performances and fascinating subsidiary plots that quickly pique your interest. Number 7. Colony. Carlton Cuse and Ryan J. Condal is the creators of this sci-fi drama series. The show's plot is set in a time when aliens have taken over the planet and are dividing the local populace in half. While some of the residents have complied with the occupation, others are revolting and suffering the consequences of their actions. The main characters of the show are former FBI agent Will Bowman and his wife Katie. After the attack, they were separated from their little son Bram, and they now had to determine what is best for their family. However, a cunning and powerful leader in the ruling authority offers Will the chance to get Bram back if he works with the conquering gang, compelling him to take risks and go to great lengths to protect his family. If you're a devoted fan of science fiction, you've probably heard of or perhaps seen this underappreciated series, which is one of the best sci-fi shows and one that should be on every sci-fi lover's list. The drama and character manipulation are what keep you watching the show. The slow-moving plot that gradually unravels riddles, and the dramatic action scenes that could have been even more intense are the 2 things you might not appreciate. Number 6. The Orville. Seth MacFarlane is the creator of this space science fiction and action adventure series. The drama takes place in a future 4 centuries away and concentrates on the crew of the intermediate research starship USS Orville, who must deal with both the difficulties of everyday living and the mysterious perils of astronomical exploration. The story follows the spacecraft's crew as they embark on a number of adventures, most of which include visiting new worlds and galaxies. While the action moments with the aliens and the violent space war scenes are stunning, the show is similar to Star Trek but has a little more humor. As the show continues, the group encounters a variety of dangerous situations, as well as celestial threats from within and beyond. The show has 3 seasons, but we won't examine the second and third ones to avoid spoilers. If we only consider the show's sci-fi elements, it is a pretty fantastic show that will impress the majority of sci-fi fans. However, the show's biggest flaw is its comic element, which means it might have been much better if it maintained a serious tone throughout. Number 5. Resident Alien. It is a science fiction mystery series that follows a dangerous alien who unexpectedly crashes on Earth and is forced to remain hidden in a small town nearby after the tragedy. He assumes the persona of the local doctor and starts working on his evil plan to wipe out everyone on Earth. He initially lives a normal life following this surprising discovery, but when the local mayor's child is able to see him in his genuine alien form, his master plan is put in jeopardy. However, things start to go wrong when he becomes engaged in a local murder investigation. At this point, he understands that he must adapt to his new surroundings and gradually starts to struggle with his undercover mission on Earth. In the second season of this incredible thriller, more is revealed about the hidden organization's investigation into alien presence on Earth. You should still watch this excellent series because the humor, small-town setting, and sci-fi component all work so well together, even though Season 2 is not as good as Season 1. Number 4. Misfits. Howard Overman is the creator of this sci-fi action series. The show's story revolves around a group of young criminals who don't know each other, but team up in an effort to improve their local community despite having different personas. They begin to feel drawn to one another right away. But soon after, a sudden lightning storm occurs, and they realize they are developing incredible talents. Each person has learned a different superhuman skill. They must manage new facets of their lives, finish their assigned mission, learn how to use their new talents, and determine what if anything they are supposed to do with their skills after an unforeseen incident in Revelation. While the plot oftentimes appears completely absurd, the series skillfully incorporates a supernatural element into a sci-fi notion, and its engaging characters, whose stories emotionally captivate you, are what keep you watching. Number 3. Final Space. Olin Rogers is the creator of this animated science fiction fantasy series. The plot revolves around a man named Gary Goodspeed, who while serving a sentence on the detention facility Starship Galaxy 1, discovers a mysterious planet-destroying alien. He quickly names the alien Mooncake and becomes friends with him. Soon after, he discovers that the cunning telekinetic Supreme Overlord is chasing them. After that, Gary and Mooncake embark on a journey to defend the planet with the help of an intelligent machine and an expanding number of shipmates. They do this while striving to learn more about Final Space, a mysterious location where the cosmos ends. Sci-fi aficionados should give the show a try because it is incredibly engrossing, has an excellent sci-fi plot, and is fascinating to watch, and let's hope that the program will be resumed at some point so that the main story may be wrapped up. Even though the show was discontinued after 3 seasons, its compelling storyline made it enjoyable to watch. Number 2. Orphan Black. Graham Manson and John Frosted is the creators of this sci-fi thriller series. The plot centers on Sarah Manning, a scam artist who witnesses the death of a woman named Beth Childs who looks like her. Then Sarah decides to adopt Beth's name, partner, and financial resources in an effort to start over, but things don't go as smoothly as Sarah anticipates. Because Beth was a police officer involved in a fatal scheme, designating Sarah as an alternate victim. However, after adopting Beth's life, Sarah finally learns that Beth was her clone. The program talks with the negative effects of human cloning and how it affects people's identities. In order to uncover the truth, Sarah must fight for her life as she tries to escape the intricate scheme, but she continues getting caught up in it. One of the best series ever and a must-see for sci-fi aficionados, The Clones has an incredible plot that will keep you guessing the entire time while capturing your imagination. Number 1. Black Mirror. First and foremost, there is good news for Black Mirror lovers. The 6th season will be available in June 2023, so if you haven't watched it yet, you're missing out on one of the greatest sci-fi shows ever. Every episode of the show explores the possibility that contemporary technologies could go wrong and turn against the people who invented them. Each episode takes place in a distinct world that defies conception and involves a diverse cast of characters confronting different technologies in a slightly altered universe. The entire series investigates various topics, but the vast majority of the tales are set in dystopian settings with sci-fi innovations from the not-too-distant future. It can be challenging to evaluate every episode and provide you with a thorough summary of the main plot and subject matter because this series doesn't just focus on science fiction but also explores fantasy and a variety of other thought-provoking issues that are related to science fiction. The best thing is that you get to see brand new original stories that you have never seen before. That is all for today. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel to view future videos about suggested movies and television shows.